I think what's great about Global Fingerprints and what makes it a little bit distinct from some other child sponsorship programs is that we intentionally work with and through the local church. And so I think a beautiful thing is that the sponsorship and the partnership just enables the church to do what the church already does, which is to care for the needs of those around them and to share the love of Christ in word and in deed. We have some awesome stories of transformation. I think of Beverly. Beverly is a young woman with sickle cell anemia. And before she was part of Global Fingerprints, her parents just didn't have the means to get her the medicine that she needed to take regularly. So she was sick often, sometimes hospitalized, and missed a lot of school. But since joining Global Fingerprints, now she is able to take her medicine every single day. So she's much, much healthier and is able to go to school every single day. I think of Wedson. Wedson is a little boy in Carpentier who failed third grade not just once but twice. And with the funds that sponsors send through Global Fingerprints, the staff were able to help him go to a better school. And all this past year, he received tutoring. And we're super excited that not only did he pass third grade this year, but he was actually number one in his class. And then I also think of Ederly. Ederly is a young woman in Jean-Jean who the staff describe her as a rebellious girl who lacked respect for not only people at church and at school, but even at home. And the staff just didn't give up on her. They spent a lot of time talking to her and her parents and teaching her. And now she's actually one of the leaders of the youth group at church, and she helps out with children's ministry. The children who are chosen for Global Fingerprints are not all Christians. And that's an intentional decision that the staff in Haiti have made. They want Global Fingerprints to be a program that their church can use to evangelize. The goal, really, of Global Fingerprints is to see lives transformed by the gospel of Jesus Christ in a holistic sense. We use what's called the Child Status Index to kind of evaluate how kids are doing in these 7 domains. And they can get a 4, which is great, down to a 1, which is really bad. And so kids who are in housing that is deemed in that 1 category, we try to do what we can to get them out of that situation. A sponsorship is $39 a month, and the majority of that money just goes towards helping pay school fees and helping to provide nutrition for kids. So that doesn't leave a whole lot left to respond to housing needs. So it just makes it really challenging with the wonderful gifts that we have, but the limited gifts that are coming in. And so extra giving to put towards home construction and home repairs would be a huge blessing. The first house that we built was a house in Jean-Jean for a family that had a tree fall on their home. And so they had a huge hole in the back of their house. And we found out that they didn't really own the home. The home belonged to some extended family member who wanted them out anyhow. And so they had no place to go. And so they ended up moving into the voodoo temple that was next to the house. And when I heard that, I was like, we can't let that happen. We can't let we need to be the Church of Christ that shows them love and care. So with Global Fingerprints funds, we were able to build them. You know, they're not fancy, they're small homes, but they're 2 rooms, so parents can be in one room, kids can be in another room. They're elevated, they're dry, and they're secured. So not only do your finances help to improve their situation a little bit, but it does a lot for them to know that there's somebody who cares about them, somebody who's someplace else that cares about them and is praying for them and thinks about them. That I think just encourages them hugely.